والله طاح شفتها
يا اخي رجع يتكلم معاك
والله العظيم صديق للبيع صديق للبيع
والله ما يستاهل
اصبر رجع قام
ما تستاهل ابو شمس
يا عيال والله عنف
صديق للبيع السوم مو لازم
السوم انا بعطيك ما عليك
اوب خلاص ديد مان از ديد
شمس this is an old UFC fight
يا اخي لا بس دقيقه تعال
reminds me of my mom
how are we
watching
okay
football.
with this يا عيال how are we okay with this
Turks, what you say?
It just reminds me of my mom watching football. Oh, wow.
Sound effects.
لا بس انه يعني
والله شات الكورة يا ولد.
كانت الكورة.
سبحان الله.
هو طيحه that's what he's supposed to do right
It's a combat sport.
he hit him
It's a combat sport. They do combat.
okay why is he giving me a t-shirt is this what he's
Sponsorship.
giving
Sponsorship.
Sponsorship. Yeah.
Okay.
You never seen a UFC?
USF. You never see USF?
UFC when they win the big fight on the championship حرفيا الرجال لما gives his speech يعطونا monster energy يلا شيل المونستر energy وريها قدام
look at that
الشاشة.
sportsmanship he's hugging the other guy I mean I'm just fascinated by this whole thing how is this a whole thing yeah
It's combat sport.
Oh my god.
no but you know how
Are you not aware of gladiators, my guy?
but how are we okay with this
You know this is around since the 90s, right?
no but how are we
Yes.
okay with
And
this as a
fighting has
society
been around since.
Ooh,
You know, but here's the thing.
it's violence we're selling violence
Here's the thing.
to kids
It's
But
not.
no.
It's not for kids. It's for dude bros.
Hold on. Okay, first off, you relax and he relaxes.
okay
First off, they're not selling violence.
Yes.
All these are different combat sport and techniques.
Yes.
Okay.
طيب عندك martial arts, عندك jiu-jitsu,
Wrestling.
and all of them have their limits.
okay
Okay, so it's not like you come in and you start stabbing someone. All right?
Yeah.
true.
It's,
That's not what they're doing.
it hurts look at this
Yeah, of course that hurts.
what?
It's called fighting.
Allow me, Adil.
Go ahead. man.
There was UFC 1, and UFC 1 was basically as close as we got to real life Street Fighter.
Yeah, there's like
okay.
blood everywhere.
what does that mean
Basically, like, what will happen if we put Karate Man against Sumo Man?
Yeah. yes,
shit.
that's what it was. Yeah.
Okay.
That's what it was.
that sounds like a
And-
mismatch
And Sumo Man got wrecked.
Exactly.
oh for real
Yeah,
Yes.
blood everywhere.
oh
Like,
shit
here's the thing. Like,
that's not what I imagined
there was a story about UFC 1. Like, there was executives from various networks like interested in making this a actual nationalized broadcast, like the same way as NFL and whatever.
okay
So Sumo Man was against a French kickboxer.
hello
Sumo Man tried to do sumo things. It did not go. It did not
Exactly.
okay which is what exactly sumo thing?
go push.
Yes.
Like, you know, the 100 hand slaps from Street Fighter. He tried to do that in real
E-Honda?
life.
okay
He tried to E-Honda him.
And the French kickboxer kicked him so hard in the head.
oh shit
A tooth was lodged in his foot.
ah
And the other tooth, there were multiple tooths that were kicked out of his head.
Teeth.
Okay.
But okay.
Tooths flew to the executives in the audience and like, you know what? Screw this UFC thing. And like, no, this is too violent.
Yeah, they couldn't get any sponsorships. No one would
so
actually.
this was never seen live on TV
no,
No,
it was it's recorded. You can still find it on YouTube.
Yeah,
nice.
it was sold straight to the video, and it did gangbusters back in the day.
Yeah.
It was very successful.
okay
But there was a perception like, yo, this is like a sport for thugs and hooligans. يعني والرياضة بعد فترة يعني like really a long effort انضفت الرياضة خلاص. It's like an actual respectable sport.
which is now UFC 170 something
Yeah, UFC 200
yeah,
plus.
it's
Yeah,
200 plus,
plus.
bro.
Okay حلو.
Yeah.
دعسنا يعني
انضفت
what
الرياضة.
a long way we've come
Yeah, it's very tactical, bro. Like if you really enjoy it, like you get to sit there.
Yeah, you can tell.
It's interesting to watch Joe Rogan when he watches, or when he's commenting.
isn't that what's one of the things he's famous for being a commentator
Because
Yeah.
he's also a fighter himself.
He was he used to be a national taekwondo champion, FYI.
He understands it very well. They tell you, oh, look, you see that hold, you see that. So you kind of get to understand.
But did Bruce Lee was never involved like there was no
Bruce Lee Bruce Lee, like here's the thing.
like there was no championships going on at this time.
Actual Chinese martial arts, like the stuff you see.
Bruce Lee would get whooped.
Yes,
son.
what
because the actual Chinese martial arts are just like they do not hold water when it comes to actual combat techniques.
Yeah.
There's like a famous story about this UFC MMA fighter in China, and his whole thing like, yo, this Tai Chi Kung Fu nonsense is full of crap. I'm going to debunk it. I will challenge every single one of you, and I will prove to you that MMA is superior.
okay
And he did, and he whooped their asses. And China, the state, did not like that. Oh, you are demeaning a cultural heritage. we are going to reduce your social credit rating.
Yes.
Oh, he's Chinese, bad.
Yes,
Yeah.
it's in China.
Yes,
Okay.
bro.
And like,
Are you with the story, son?
Yeah,
He said there's a man in China.
Okay.
That's how it started.
Not necessarily he's Chinese. It's just a man.
Okay, all right, man. Relax. All right,
Okay.
relax.
so
This guy's
it got so bad. Like literally, his social credit score got so low he couldn't use public transportation anymore. So he can't
So
go.
he could go to the fights.
Yes, exactly.
Yes.
Oh wow.
بنشوفك تاني مرة.
Okay. لا, but that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about the culture. It's not culture.
It's a sport. Like it's boxing, but boxing with extra rules. That's really all there is to it. Like you have strikers, you have grapplers, you have wrestlers, and wrestlers. Like I refer you back to our Anashid wrestling conversation a bunch of episodes ago. They dominate, and like it's a sport. There are intricacies to the sport that are really fun and interesting once you get into that. Yeah.
But also the problem with it is that it's not lucrative.
Oh, isn't it?
To a certain extent, it is, but
Sure.
not very. If you're not
Yeah.
really, really good,
Okay.
yeah, you're not eating, son.
Yeah.
You better have a second job.
It's on TV. There's
Like the
t-shirts.
chat.
Yeah, you'll get paid, but no, how many fights are you having a year?
Like they put on my t-shirt. Oh no.
But I put him on a t-shirt.
Here's the thing.
He's not lost.
Con-
Bad one.
Yeah.
And the first thing they gave him was a t-shirt.
Conor
You know?
McGregor. Conor McGregor made the most money in his life.
Yeah.
Not from actual UFC, but from the Floyd Mayweather boxing.
It's because he was a showman. He was able to actually
Yeah,
get
but the money
another
that
big
the
ticket.
money that he made wasn't from UFC itself. The majority
Yeah.
of it was from his extra UFC activities.
Exactly. Marketing, PR, Madresh. That's where he made most of his bag. But, it's not lucrative. It's not like football, right?
Played the game though.
No, see, that's the thing. That's
Like
what
in
I'm thinking.
football, like you're an employee. You have healthcare, you have everything. This is not.
No,
This is-
football is an organized,
Yeah,
but sport.
this is
that
also
played
this
by
is also an organized sport.
Yeah, but here
But
you're
it doesn't have ownership over any players.
you're an independent contractor.
Exactly.
Essentially.
Don't compare it to football. Compare it more to like tennis,
Volleyball.
tennis, or not anything that is not a
And that's
team sport.
independent.
Yeah,
Yeah. So it has a federation, but you're independent in it.
exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but see these different sports. And I don't know. Is there like an Olympic MMA fight? thing?
They're working on it actually.
Are they?
Yeah, but like here's the thing.
And that's what I'm saying. It's not something that's established
There's
in a sense of being
there's
having
still
a global.
there's still a
jurisdiction.
lot of resistance to the MMA because those perceptions are really ingrained and die hard.
Which perceptions?
Like it's a thuggish sport. It's like brutal,
It
whatever.
is brutal.
Not really.
really.
Not
Not
really.
really.
Not really.
أقول لك انضفت الرياضة يعني.
Okay.
But one of the rules of MMA, you can't do what they call the 12 to 6 elbow, which is a downward elbow strike.
Okay.
You know the reason why? Because people saw those dumbass karate videos where they just like break a billion boards with just an elbow strike, and those are fake.
Okay.
Those are fake. Those are gimmicked boards. They're made to be break. They're made of very fragile wood. But basically, the story is that they were trying to legitimize the sport, and like the commission's like, no, we have to stop this. You're gonna kill people, and the people who are experts in the field, they know it's bullshit. But because خلاص, they're gonna give that up.
Stigma.
They're gonna give that thing up because خلاص, we want the sport to be legitimized. Okay, we can have that one stupid
Exception.
rule. One stupid rule.
Don't elbow someone.
Yes.
I mean, it is fun to watch. I'm not going to deny that, honestly.
There's a lot of like again like if you get
It's
if
like
you
you're
get
watching men kick the shit out of each other.
if you get
How is that not
if
fun?
you get deep, there's like a bunch of like iconic fights that are like straight out of movies. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna need you to direct me into
What's
that.
the name of
Who
the
are
Brazilian
you?
guy?
What do you
Who
mean?
are you to say that they are men, Shamsi?
I mean, that's what they identify as.
Do you know that? Did he tell you that?
Yes.
I know they didn't, honestly. Yeah.
I'm sorry.
I'm just taking their word for it at this point, you know.
Whose word? Their word or yours?
I'm just taking my eyes' words for it.
Yeah, I know. And I'm just,
I see a male.
one of the nice things, at least there's competitive barracks, or, barriers to it, right? Like
No,
I'm gonna
there are guys who are like, I'm feeling womany today, so I'm gonna beat the shit out of women today.
I mean, yeah, I don't think that's part of the sport.
So like I choose to identify today.
I can't wait for that court case in the States.
Which one?
Hey,
That one.
We were just two females fighting. Okay, yeah, but you're like 6'9", son. And
Like
250 pounds.
Like Joe Rogan back in the day, he did the breakdown of the first identifies as a woman fighter That's the technical term. And he said, like, here's the thing, like, and he used his fist as an example. Like, he had a big ass fist. Like, you can't estrogen this out of me. Like, I'm always going to have this.
Yeah.
Oh, common sense.
Genetics. No, but see, now there's a question.
Listeners, it's one of those episodes today.
If I can watch people beat the shit out of each other on a regular basis, why can't I watch them do it with, like, I don't know, swords or something?
Because swords kill.
Yes.
What are you doing, bro?
Hey.
You are dumb.
But
Sorry,
you-
man.
I would like to watch that.
I watched some stabbing, son.
No, it's great. It's not
yeah,
necessarily.
you can go to
stabbing.
London for that.
There's
Yeah,
slashing.
there's fencing.
There's lobbing.
It's called an afternoon tea.
Yes.
Are
It's
you
called-
watching fencing?
Fencing is not really.
You're not
sword
watching
fighting.
fencing.
It's not really
It is sword fighting.
Yes.
What do you mean it's not really sword fighting?
In the sword fighting,
Oh, you mean like free for all? Like, yo, we really get in.
like Game of Thrones shit. You
No,
know?
it's-
Yeah, oh shit. Okay.
You know?
there's a weird world of alternative combat sports that are very fascinating.
More,
You have, like, again, let me count them to you. You have slap fighting, which is literally just you stand in front of each other and give each other slaps until somebody passes out.
okay. Oh, you have to pass out. That's the.
It's preferable, yeah. It's preferable.
be one with the time.
Yeah.
That's the aim there. Okay.
Then you have Battle Royale MMA, which is basically 5 against 5. And it's,
What? Seriously?
yes.
Yeah.
Here's the thing about 5 against 5. 5 against 5 turns it to 5 against 4 real quickly, and it turns into 5 against 3, 5 against 2, and 5 against 1 really, really quickly.
Okay. So we'll find the weakest link, basically.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and then you have
That's basically it.
I am not sure what's the official.
I know that you've never got jumped in your life. I can tell.
Is that how it works?
Yes,
Okay.
and I'm not sure what's the official name, but I believe I will call it the name in my head. The name is Car Jiu-Jitsu.
Card.
Oh, that's
Oh,
the-
yeah. I saw that one.
It's basically two very sweaty Russian men, and
Okay.
they sit in a car,
Seatbelts on.
seatbelts
Yes,
on,
seatbelts
Okay.
on. Yes.
and
and
the second the bell rings.
seatbelts off, and just kick the shit out of each
Exactly.
other in the car.
Seatbelt off.
Inside
starts
the car.
punching.
Inside the car.
Inside the car.
Why?
Yes.
Because
Russia.
because entertainment
wait. What type of car is it?
Any car.
doesn't matter.
No, it does. Of course,
it's
it
a
does.
Honda Civic.
It's always a small old car.
Bro, I don't want to do it in a Mini Cooper. You know, like give me.
No,
give
bigger
me
than
a-
Mini
It's a sedan.
Give me a
Maybe.
But it's a
suburban.
sedan.
Yeah.
There's-
no matter, even if
Jay
it was
Balata,
even if it was a Phantom, bro. Even if it was a Phantom, there's not enough space for you to elbow someone or to knee someone in the face.
So how does it end?
Oh, knockouts.
Okay.
Yes. Again, like you can't train your chin in a car.
Exactly.
Okay, and all of these are televised,
Yes.
or
Both of these
broadcast.
are in Russia because no rules are in Russia.
You find them all over Instagram.
Yes.
I mean, I love the
Like
ingenuity
there's a recent one I saw, just like fat dude against woman.
in the car.
No, just like in a ring. Like, okay, he's like here we have a professional woman who is a talented martial artist. She trained all her life for this.
And
She's experienced, and then you have fat ass.
random,
Yes.
random fat ass.
Fat man.
Fat
how,
man.
how fat is fat man?
Fat.
Yes.
Like fat.
With the triple F.
Yes, like
Okay.
thick-
Obese.
Obese.
Okay. I don't think that's very nice. Okay. Let's keep going.
Too much fat
Yes.
for him to say the S.
Yes.
So
And,
he says obese.
and like the whole conceit is
Oh wow.
the whole conceit of that fight is what is stronger, technique and artistry or fat?
Yes.
Let me guess.
Or obesity.
It's
most
fat-
of,
it's
most of the
fat.
time it's fat.
Yeah,
Yes.
fat wins.
Because you can't really outtrain being
Body mass.
being falled upon.
Yeah, felt.
فلد upon. أنا my technique أنا بطيح عليك.
Yes.
Okay, so the timber technique.
He folded.
basically.
He folded.
That's basically it.
My
Round one. Timber.
my martial
Fall over him.
Just
yes,
خلاص, done.
my martial art is gravity.
Oh, my
wow.
God.
Wallahi, yani, I don't think that sounds fair, but thank you for the insight, number one. Like, I appreciate this exploration in the world.
There's one more fight that I remember. That is
I still think sword fighting would be
That-
an interesting sport.
there's the world of also Japanese MMA where they
short.
they want you to take steroids.
Yeah.
That world.
What do you mean they
Yeah,
want you?
they want you to be as big as possible.
Yes.
The
Like,
biggest,
I-
strongest fighter.
Yeah, we want.
That doesn't sound very Japanese.
Yeah, we want your trapezius muscles to start at your forehead.
Why have I never seen this?
Because back in the 90s.
I think it got banned also.
yes, because Yakuza were involved, of
yeah,
course.
yeah, of course.
Well, then again, Japan, right?
Yes.
Like when have Japan not done weird?
Yeah.
I'll tell you when. Hey, welcome to Past the Cups. That's your boy Adil. What's up? What's popping? Episode 203.
Waiting for that.
I got we Turks right behind me. I got Chance right
Yo.
next to me. It is a number one in the building.
I hate everything.
Ramadan Barak, everybody. Let's just play a Ramadan song. Hold on, where's it?
Happy Ramadan, dear Manal. That's good. Happy Ramadan to you.
Thank you, Whites.
Wow, not a single speck of spice.
Okay.
You can tell it's bland.
Zero
Yeah.
taste. Zero taste.
You can tell
No rhythm.
mayonnaise was involved.
Mayonnaise. Exactly.
Shout out tens and tens of viewers. Thank you all for joining us. We hope you're having an amazing Ramadan. As for ourselves, it's yeah.
Yeah, we just discriminated against half the population.
Exactly.
Of the world, yeah.
yeah, just the way to start. Just we're in that Ramadan spirit.
As you can see, Yani.
This stupid podcast, man. Anyway, so yeah, you were saying what was the third one?
Yes, there is Japan, the land of weirdness, as has been established. There was a legendary fight. Like, there's a term in the industry of martial arts called freak show fights
Okay.
because you're not
That is so inclusive. But
because you're not there for any
Champs is intrigued.
you're not
Tell me
there.
more. It's okay.
You're not there to see a sport. You're there to see weird shit.
Okay.
circus.
I
Yes.
feel like this would be a very wide.
Yeah.
market.
So what happened?
very Japanese
what happened?
market.
Yeah.
What happened is there's this famous Brazilian woman, and she's a world-class jiu-jitsu champion.
Mm-hmm.
She's 6 foot plus tall and shredded. She looks like a female Brock Lesnar.
Okay.
Good luck.
Yes.
Who is a very
That's huge. bro.
strong man.
Yes. She could beat everyone in this room up
Okay.
because she's big, that big. And
No, she can't beat me up, son.
yeah, sure.
I identify as a child. She is not going to hit a child.
So
I will win.
Yeah,
Not in my house.
Yeah. Find that loophole, son.
and,
Beautifully played. You reverse Uno right there. Well done. Yes.
Thank you, son. Thank you.
and they put her against an MMA fight with a 55-year-old retired professional wrestler
Okay.
who was like 5 foot nothing.
Okay.
And the poor wrestler, she didn't get the memo. She's a grandma, by the way. She didn't get the memo that this is going to be an actual fight.
Okay.
So the moment the fight starts, she starts running the ropes like she's doing like bits, like she's trying to pretend that this is a wrestling show.
And that guy's going for a kill.
And she's like, "No, grandma, I'm gonna beat your shit."
Wow.
And like punches start happening. Like
Wait, who's punching who?
the 6 foot tall Amazonian woman punching the poor Japanese grandma. And like they had to stop the fight in like less than a minute. I'm like,
No shit, bro.
because
Well, I mean,
because the result would not been a fight. The result would have been murder.
Yes.
yeah.
On TV.
Oh, Japan.
Japan.
See, and
By the way, Japan just announced the EVs.
Yes, I was saying.
Exactly.
So you can go look at all this weirdness yourselves, ladies and gentlemen.
Okay.
You can just apply if you're a Saudi. There's an EVs for Japan. It's about time. To be
Nice.
honest.
online, exactly, which is nice. We were just talking about it actually a couple of
Yeah.
days ago. I would love to go and like just go explore that country. That country.
There's this.
Winter only.
There's there's this,
isn't April? It's just my like May, April.
It's beautiful during that time.
cherry
But for
blossom.
someone who has
Yeah.
pollen allergy,
Yeah.
I die.
Okay,
Yeah.
yes,
So,
death
yeah,
will occur.
Yeah,
There's-
that's why I don't travel in the
It's
spring.
pretty in pink, but no death.
Anything in spring, you don't see me around, son.
there's this restaurant in Japan that is staffed by professional female bodybuilders. And like I saw this, I'm like, okay, there's everything for everyone in Japan.
Of course.
So they're staffed by muscle. The term is muscle mommies, Turks.
Wow.
Wow.
I'm glad you have that on your bucket
So-
list.
First off, say it properly. It's muscle mommy.
Muscle mommies.
Wow.
So anyway,
Happy Ramadan.
yes. So
There's something wrong with us.
they have
Completely wrong with us. By the way, sorry, I listen number one.
Yes.
But this conversation was supposed to be off the podcast. Okay. Why is it seeping in?
Because it's good conversations, right?
It's content. Adam, it's content. More content.
We need to be careful.
We know what we're doing. Okay.
So apparently they have like a muscle press machine in the actual restaurant.
Is it like a juice machine?
This is the guy that goes to the gym, by the way.
Yes.
This is the guy that knows what the machine is called.
a muscle press machine. ما فهم.
You press your muscles on the machine,
How?
Yes.
but you do action things on the machine and you lift weights.
Okay.
Okay.
So
So
basically,
this is what he's doing, ladies
So-
and gentlemen, just so you
Yes.
know.
So bench press.
yeah, basically.
Okay.
And
Okay.
the more you do, you get a discount on your meal.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
So you, the customer, come and do bench presses.
Yeah, and you
is
get
there
this-
a certain weight?
Yeah, and like you they have like actual everything they have is infused with protein, and like apparently the waitresses every now and again would just jump in your table and say, "Okay, drop and give me 20."
Okay.
Wow.
Yeah, so like
okay, y'all can relax.
On the
That's
other,
that's an intriguing concept, though. The first part, like I can get my food for free if I work out.
Yeah,
so come
but-
in, eat, and work out, and اطلع.
you got to keep in mind on the
Wallah,
other,
yani, that's a good business
on the
model.
other end of the spectrum, there's a restaurant in Vegas
that
that
has
has
you.
Yeah.
what
the heart attack grill.
The heart attack.
the heart attack grill
Aywa.
that has a cattle scale in the middle of the restaurant.
Okay.
If you step on it and go above a certain weight, you eat for free.
Yes.
Yes.
Fuck yeah.
The fatter you are.
I believe.
Isn't
I
that
believe
the same restaurant that has like an ambulance
Yeah.
outside, like on way?
That's
Yeah,
it.
yeah,
Yes,
yeah,
yes.
yeah.
Okay.
I believe the weight is called. He's not gonna come for a second time.
This is his last time.
Okay. So we're gonna have like a sign.
He was
basically.
craned here.
He came here once.
Oh my god.
And that just goes to take us back to what?
Nothing.
No,
Nothing.
the fact
There is no segue
all
here.
of this,
He's
all of-
trying.
no,
He's
no.
trying.
we just warned you, Shamsi. Stop doing segues.
this proves the
You're
point.
looking for segue.
No, this proves the point that we live in a society, ladies and gentlemen.
What?
What is that? What
fucking
does
point?
that-
Exactly.
society,
All of
Shamsi?
this is happening because we are people.
No.
People do
No, we
things.
don't. We don't live. We
Dumb.
don't live in a society. After seeing.
Don't they? People do things.
After living.
This is an example of
I'm
people
not giving
doing
you an
things.
exit.
After rewatching the movie,
Calm down, Socrates.
Well, I mean,
after
Calm down, Socrates.
after rewatching the cinematic masterpiece Ratatouille,
Yes.
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 I can tell you we don't live in a society. We live in a society.
Yo, we give you a chance. All right, we gave you a chance.
And you're-
All right, don't make it
and you're
bad.
hating on me.
Yo,
like I'm the one getting hate.
Look, I
I
can't
had
apologize
to
to
say
any
it.
of
This is
y'all.
bullshit.
Okay, both don't deserve to be here.
I mean, I'm just saying.
You know, we need to wrap up this
Actually-
podcast
I can't
as soon
imagine.
as possible, guys.
Actually, I have something interesting for you, Turk, specifically.
Allah yastar.
There's apparently a first that happened in the International Space Station.
There's a what that happened and what?
There is a first.
Oh, at
That's-
first that happened in the International Space
Yeah,
Station.
apparently they had Kabsa in the International Space Station.
Oh, what?
Yeah, and they called it مضغوط فضائي.
All right, you know what? Listen.
I think we should end.
I'm just gonna
now.
mute this.
Now, this is what.
Yo, listen, this is your
going
last
off.
one.
Yeah.
All right, you're
15,
done.
20 minutes.
Hello,
We're
hello.
good.
Can you hear me?
Yo, I'm gonna cut you off right now.
مضغوط فضائي.
Stop, okay? We let it go once, okay?
I had so many follow-up
Stop
questions.
doubling down.
So many follow-up questions.
Look at how pleasant he is with it. Please be
I'm
honest
so
with
I'm
himself.
so full of joy.
Yeah,
مضغوط فضائي.
خلاص.
Halal.
Trying. He's
Stop.
trying. He's trying, ladies and gentlemen. He's still
Anyway,
trying.
how y'all been doing? How's Ramadan?
Great. And how's it been with you, Badul?
Don't throw it at me. I just asked you the question.
Wallahi, yani,
You know, there's all the people that can,
it's nice to go back to that family spirit.
that family spirit, that Ramadan feeling.
Yes, the Ramadan.
Ramadan's
feeling.
been going great with the great weather that we have.
Yes, also
Yeah,
that.
it's
It's
amazing.
been really, really nice.
Beautiful. But my head is still not like it's not calibrated to Ramadan schedule yet.
The caffeine withdrawal is a real bitch.
Yeah.
صراحة يعني.
It is مرة. I
فهاوة ألف.
cannot function whatsoever.
No, but it came on a weekend, which is a good thing. Yeah, it gave you a good way of easing into it.
Yeah, but I'm still not easing into it. So every single day, but like I can't. I'm trying to figure out a new routine, something new to do. I mean, start working out.
I can help you.
How?
Stop force feeding yourself during Fatur. We just
I
had that
have
conversation.
to.
like,
Come
literally.
on.
You wanted an answer, right?
So much good
I just
food.
told you a few minutes ago.
So
Stop
much
force
good
feeding
food.
yourself.
Pace
What are you
yourself.
talking
Pace
about?
yourself, my
Class.
guy. Pace yourself.
Exactly. Take a little bit of bites throughout the whole night.
Yeah, but
You don't have to
no.
crush it at one
يعني مو
time.
نص ساعة خلاص لازم الحين أكل
You
finish.
sit on a table and there's amazing food. Okay,
You have to eat all of the food.
exactly.
No,
you
they
have to
don't. No, you
sample
don't.
everything.
No, you don't.
نعمة ربي.
إيه، صح.
يا شيخ.
الحمد لله في
It's
ناس
waste.
كتير-
حتى صحتك نعمة ربي ترى يعني.
بس في ناس كثير يعني تقدر تاكل مو بس انت. That's
I'm gonna
the
start
whole
using
idea.
that, by the way. حتى صحتك نعمة ربي. I like that. I like that.
يعتمد.
Yeah.
يعتمد.
Yeah. My mom's gonna hate me for that, but I'm gonna use it.
كاونتر اتاك يعني مقبول مباح صراحه.
استغفر الله العظيم. Mama Turks, I apologize. Please don't ban me.
That's halal comeback.
Oh my
Are you
god.
guys tuned into the Ramadan TV
Oh yes,
schedule?
yeah. You guys want to talk about Tash Matash?
هذا
Because
هو.
that's the only thing that people are talking
that's the
about.
TV schedule يعني basically.
It's certainly content.
Well, let me tell you this.
Is it though?
Gala called me.
It's content.
He was like, "Did you see the episode?" I was like, "Not yet." And he went on a rant. You know, Galag's rant.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Yes.
Colorful.
Yes.
Yes, I can imagine.
Extensive vocabulary.
Yeah. So when Sultan Gala gave me that rant, I was like, you know what? I'm gonna go see it. So I pop over to Jay and play that, watching it. And before I played it, I was like, yo, let me check Twitter.
Let me see what.
And the first tweet I saw is someone saying the only people enjoying Tash is Abu Khalak.
Amen. Amen.
the throwbacks. Basically.
Exactly. You're popping your uncles are the only ones having fun with this.
I mean,
Then when I play it, bro, no. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
I feel like it's still.
What are we watching?
It's still stuck back into that
Yes.
time frame. Like it hasn't evolved really with that.
Like-
Or it's trying. to
Sultan
evolve
told me
with
that.
the time.
Sultan's he's like, I expected, a revamp.
Yeah, it's so much of a throwback that we're seeing very Bahraini actresses trying to their hardest to sound Saudi يعني.
يا أخي خلينا
That's
كده.
classic.
يا أخي episode one.
classic,
Episode one. Okay, I'm just asking you a simple question. Like episode one, you're sitting in your bedroom and you are an actor and your actress wife comes in and you're telling her, "Oh, أهلك جماعتك هنا." It's like, "Oh, أصلاً so what? Their papers when they passed away, and I took the whole land for myself." And she says, "Oh, why'd you do that? You don't know there's a law for this?" And he says, "Oh, let me see. We'll discuss it in the morning." And he goes to bed. Yo, if this is real life, and I say that to anybody, I am not going to sleep. Son.
Yeah, this is not how the conversation would go.
Exactly. And then she's like, "Okay, good night." Like, yo,
Yeah.
This is the format. This was the format
Bro.
they had 20 years ago.
that person.
Format or not. No.
Format or not. The acting was awful.
It's awful. It's not realistic whatsoever. It's the same.
It's hell talent acting.
It's so disconnected from reality as it was back then.
Exactly.
Back then we didn't have a
Point of reference.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But
I
now
You
dude,
have
halfway
people-
through the episode, Johnny Mux, I couldn't.
Exactly.
I couldn't.
You're
no.
just reading lines.
Exactly.
And here's the thing that pissed me off the most. It's the little things. So remember in the beginning, you saw episode one,
I
right?
saw the first episode.
Okay, good. Let's say episode one.
Yeah.
Do you remember the first shot? It was the gyms,
Yeah.
right? Now I saw the license plate, and it was the recent one.
Yes, I know.
Okay, you noticed that, right? And then they go and they're like, "Oh, it's been 8 years." All right, bro. If it was 8 years, it would have been the old license plates,
True,
my guy.
Very true.
And that annoyed the hell out of me.
That's the water
This-
bottle
this-
in Game of Thrones.
Exactly.
Starbucks.
The Starbucks, the
Yeah,
Starbucks coffee.
too. Yeah.
So yeah, did not enjoy it. Not even one bit.
to be-
I don't know. I don't know who it's for. I honestly do not know.
To be honest, I didn't really
عمك
watch
وخالك.
That was literally it.
I don't watch the second or third episode. The first one lost.
The second one, I saw like the first
I
10 minutes, and I was like, I'm out.
I have to see them because it's on and I am with family and I will be with my family.
I'm not leaving my family.
I'm not leaving my family. Try as much as you want. Tash matash. I will stay with my family.
Yeah.
Family always wins.
Family always. We're fast and furious up in here.
You're an idiot. Nah, man, I honestly had no idea. Like, bro, comedy evolved. Even comedy in our own scene evolved over the last 8 years. You are not touching on any of those points.
Yes.
You're playing the same card in the first episode. Oh, I am old. This is new Saudi. Oh, what is this? Oh my God, woman driving. What the fuck are you doing?
It's playing on old tropes. basically.
شوفوا انت شايف وجهك is no longer the banger that he used to be as a
Exactly.
punchline.
Yes, that's true.
And شايف وجهك like yeah that was funny 20 years ago. Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah.
No, it can still work in the right
Yeah, in the right
place.
context. But
yeah,
like
but not in them. Bro, they had a guy just reading lines. He's not even acting. He's just literally memorizing lines and just reading them for you.
And just emotionless.
Yeah, that's it. Like, okay, bro. Okay, so like, show me some emotion. Someone's dying, son. Like, give me something back.
Something's going on.
Some feedback, please, sir. Excuse me. No, it was awful. I don't know. What is it for. I don't know why is it there. I have no clue. Some people are enjoying it. Good for them.
Yes, I'm alcoholic.
Yeah, if them no, there's a lot of people that to them it's nostalgia. Like they're happy for it to be back.
You get to see the old characters.
But
And to
I
be honest,
think-
it's not the same. It can never be the same. That's the thing. Like that's how I felt. That was a moment in time, and because it was the only thing that was on, because it was the only thing that was really talking to things that were relevant to people, it made the splash. But today we're living in an age where there's so many different, options out there that speak to the same things in different ways.
The joke.
That it's not really hitting.
When does Ramadan for everybody start, maturing? Mid-Ramadan, right? Around the 15th Ramadan, people are like adjusted to their type of food, they're adjusted to their whole day, their schedule, and so on.
Yeah.
Mid-Ramadan, that nostalgia is going to be gone. No one's going to care about Tash.
See, that's the thing. Is it for the people who didn't catch up to the new comedy that we're getting nowadays?
No, I will tell you off the air what I know, and I can't say here because we will not get sued. There's other ways to cancel us, but not
Okay.
that one. And I'll tell you what was the reason for it. And it's the dumbest reason. in the
Sure,
world.
I think برضه
And it also came back for nostalgia.
the thing.
No, people who didn't watch the new age of Saudi comedy didn't catch up to it. The only thing they knew was Tash Matash.
If you are trying to bring that kind of storyline for people to get convinced to watch it, I'm gonna tell you failed because that wasn't it. The
think-
reason to bring it back was a totally different.
No, I'm trying to figure out who's enjoying it.
Oh, who's enjoying
sure,
it? No, look, there are people enjoying it. We're not saying no. We're not saying that everybody hates it. No, but people who look at comedy a certain way, they're not vibing with it. People our age are not vibing with it.
I don't-
True,
the way
true.
I'm looking at it, it came out because once upon a time you had a show that everybody watched and everybody talked about the second day.
Because there was no other show.
But you get my
Exactly,
point. There
exactly.
was that water cooler show that خلاص this was the subject of discussion من بكره انه شفتوا what happened yesterday on Tosh. You wanted to kind of bring that kind of show back to give that kind of discussion point for everybody to rally about for next
Yeah,
day.
it was of its time.
Yeah, and you couldn't do that. Again.
True.
So bringing Tosh back might actually be able to bring that discussion
That's
back.
what
And
I'm
so
asking. Is that the demographic?
I feel
People
like
our
I
age.
feel like that's one of the reasons. why.
Question.
People our age didn't like they didn't stop at Tosh. They went to like we got Tilfaz Hatash, we got Masamir, we got
True.
new waves of comedy that elevate and raise the
Social
bar.
media.
But
Social media بشكل عام.
But Tosh was
and
bigger.
there is a generation that did not catch up to all of that because that was on YouTube, on social media.
True.
And
Yes.
they didn't get exposed to it. Are these the people who are enjoying Tosh now?
Maybe. I don't know, honestly. I can't speak for that generation yet. But I'm looking at it through that lens because I feel like that's one of the things that Tosh was able to represent. Something that unified all of us because all of us watched it at the same time.
I'd love to watch Tosh back then.
And it's
now.
that point that's missing in let's say the current
Because it was the only show
programming or
that
schedule.
was
Available.
Purely, no, it was purely Saudi.
True.
حقنا.
This is why we all. Well, I'm not because I didn't grow up on Tosh.
Yeah.
But looking at like all my relatives how they watch Tosh, it was the thing that was related to them 100%. Whenever they watch it, they know someone that's just like that.
And it's funny. That was the difference. You
Yes.
had other like shows that were Saudi, but they were more dramatic and their subjects were much more limited. But it's because Tosh was able to come with a sketch format with different characters, with different scenarios, with different setups completely. And every year for a good period of time, and I remember growing up for a good period of time, it really did speak to those characters, to those personalities, to those scenarios.
When there wasn't a lot of options.
And it had the power of being able to speak of society and what society was going through, and it had the power of being able to combine the viewership.
So
nowadays,
episode number 1.
nowadays
what
you
did it
don't have
speak to?
that. That's what I'm saying. Nowadays you don't have that. Nowadays it's attention spans has been much more dispersed. Society has been able to speak. And look at how Masamir مثلا was able to speak to things that we know about in society in previous seasons. And they've taken that art form and they've evolved in different ways.
You had people back in the day who would look forward to Tosh to talk about certain subjects that we're all thinking about. And sometimes Tosh would clear up certain things for us to understand the idea of what's happening. صح ولا لا?
True.
Yeah.
Nowadays, that 8-year gap, a lot of people turn into long form interviews.
True.
We have Thamania, we have all these other shows that come out on Khalij and Rotan and so on that give you long form interviews with ministers, with Madrimin, and so on, so on, so on. And so you already have a way to get the information that you want to get.
True.
So now why am I looking back at you for? And the first episode, what did the first episode speak to? Who's it speaking to?
The change.
The characters?
Yeah. No, it just has
The change that we already know from the last 8 years?
Yeah. So again, catching up to today.
Yeah, but what
So
are
you're telling me something that would have been fire 4 years ago.
Yeah. خلاص, this is you're
fair. That's a fair point.
this is the new
looking at it.
status
Yeah.
quo. Yeah, and خلاص, it's no longer
Relevant.
it's no longer
Notable.
it's no longer
That's the word.
revolutionary to like yo وين كنا وين صرنا خلاص صرنا
Yeah,
وين
that's-
كنا خلاص
Yeah,
راحت
that's what I'm saying. It's no longer.
And also
relevant.
the mentality of the country changed totally different from that. Because the mentality of the country became, especially for the young generation, it didn't become, yo, what are we? No, it's became
What will
where, yeah,
what
exactly.
will we
What will
become?
be and where can we get to? So our mentality is somewhere else. So if they did that same episode but talking about Saudi in the future, it would have been way more interesting
You see, that
than
proves-
talking about the present.
That proves to me what? That proves to me, and as nice as it is to see any of the characters that you love to watch again, it spoke to a certain time and it's no longer relevant today. So today you need a different vehicle to be able to
Yeah,
speak to
and
the
all
issues of
those
today.
characters live here. They're Saudi, bro.
Hey, no, but
So
you get my point.
you could have understood what's happening with the times today.
But you get my point. You know, it spoke to a
I know
certain
what you
time,
mean.
yeah, and khalas, it was
spoke to
good
a
for
certain
that time.
audience, and and that audience is already gone now.
It's
If
like
you want to speak to this audience, you talk to me about today's struggles.
Mm.
You talk to me about today's obstacles. Don't talk to me about oh look, it's different. Well, I don't care. You didn't tell me, oh look, I have a baby son that he's a driver. Yo, bro, relax.
That's like bringing back any old sitcom for like a revival season. Like you have a couple of sitcoms that did that.
Why do we still have why?
That's
Why do we have
And then you did
why
the throwbacks, the throwbacks.
why do we have this
For the throwbacks, exactly.
bro? No one cares about that.
Yeah. I agree, and we've evolved. We've gotten beyond that.
why do we
should
have
be.
Fuad Lissa?
'Cause again, going back to the characters that people
I wanna understand.
you
Because
know,
nostalgia.
have a sense of
It's on
nostalgia
it's
for.
on NBC, right? Again, I can tell you off off the podcast, but it's on NBC. So I expect NBC to say, "Yo, guys, this is where we are today.
Yeah.
This is how it is right now. How about we involve the idea of what Matash is? Let's give them the first episode as a throwback, but episode 2 and 3 and 4, let's show them how it evolved to become something different or to whatever the hell it is. Come up with something. But trying to copy paste what you had a long time ago thinking it still works today, no, it's going to work for a little bit.
Nostalgia is a hell of a drug.
It's going to be for a little bit.
Honestly, I hope it picks up, Yani. I really sincerely hope it does pick
They,
up.
they need to change the direction.
No, they didn't. Yani, honestly, I lost my interest after the first one. I couldn't hold my interest for the second one. I hope and it gives me at least a reason to.
The first episode
Enjoy
finished without me understanding why it happened. I'm like, you just
Yeah.
finished. I'm like, what the
Good thing you finished the episode.
I sat there.
I was in my caffeine coma, so I could,
I don't know, but yeah. So yeah, good TV. Anything else on TV?
Well, honestly,
Nothing,
I've never
nothing.
been one to
So,
watch Ramadan programming.
Same here. No, I don't watch
Watch
no
a lot
trauma
programming.
shows. I watch nothing. But speaking of what we were talking about a few minutes ago, but we started the podcast. Let's go back to Ada's inspirations.
yes.
How you
What?
guys crushed me last episode.
What, like the eggplant story didn't inspire you?
No, eggplant planting is not something that I'm looking forward to.
Oh.
So
They're delicious.
So no more chickens.
no, انت كان عندك bees يا حيوان.
No, okay.
Go get bees.
Yeah, true.
So I went through the whole Marvel universe.
Oh, yeah, that was an
We
interesting
were
direction
talking
that you
about
took.
that, yeah.
Yes, so
I
went,
never expected this to happen.
So okay, recap.
I went from Iron Man.
Recap. Adil is bored.
Go ahead. I needs
Adil needs inspiration.
new inspirations.
Okay.
So
and
I was like, hey, let me watch Marvel again.
the peak of human creativity, by the way. You know, the absolute zenith of you know the vision of what things could be. Okay.
Watching it all over again, knowing what I know today, it was interesting to see how
It evolved.
It peaked real quickly.
not only how it's all connected.
Yeah, remember when they tried to be serious movies and like actually be taken serious? Like,
When?
oh, yo, this is back in the day. It
Yeah.
wasn't as jokey as it is today.
When was it actually really serious?
Like, no, it's like
Captain America 1?
Captain-
Thor 1.
Thor 1, Thor 2.
1,
Thor
yeah.
2 is a miserable movie.
Yes.
That was awful.
Thor
No,
one was.
I'm
Incredible
angry
Hulk.
at all of Thor's. Okay, Ragnarok was okay.
Yes, Ragnarok was like the nice balance.
Yes, but
Love and
everything else was
Love and Thunder was awful.
That was
trash,
bullshit,
man.
yeah.
That was trash.
okay,
That was-
Bro, I've never stop now. I've done this so many times. I watch, and whenever there's like some sentimental scene or some bullshit, and I know it's bullshit, I just skip through the whole thing.
Like, okay.
I'll watch a 2-hour movie in a half an hour.
Okay, I need to skip through. I need to skip
No,
through
no,
all
there
the
was a
parts.
lot. Oh, what's worse than that one is Captain Marvel.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was
That was dry.
yeah.
That was really.
That was
dry.
I don't know what to do. Just let's put us out in the movie.
Yeah, she's gonna come in the Avengers, so let's just make something for her right now.
Was Ant-Man worth it? I've never seen Ant-Man.
Ant-Man's fun.
Ant-Man was fun.
Ant-Man is fun.
The first two were fun.
I didn't see Wasp.
There's a
The
third
Wasp
one,
one.
right?
Quantumania.
Yeah, I was like, I saw the IMDb. I was like, yo, this is skippable.
This is new. This
I was like,
sounds-
no, I was like, let me go back to the end and just see if this is,
Yeah, what happened?
yeah, what's
what
going on
happened?
and what's the cutscene at the end.
Yeah.
But شوف هنا برضه you end up missing out on the pre-Marvel universe movies, which are actually quite good. And the first couple of X-Men were quite good. The first couple of Spider-Man were quite good as well. In terms of movies.
There's
Look,
a
I
fascin-
enjoy all the Spider-Mans.
Like like Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man 2, honestly, is one of my favorite superhero movies.
it's
It's a
fascinating.
really good movie.
Was it Homecoming? Was the last Spider-Man?
No, I'm talking about the old Doc
No Way
Ock.
Home.
No Way Home.
No Way
That was
Home?
fun, yeah.
That was really good.
Yeah,
The new ones are quite good as movies.
It's-
So that
on
was
their own.
really,
Yeah.
really good.
like those Sony movies and like the 20th Century Fox movies that happened before the Disney thing. They're very fascinating. You know that because 20th Century Fox owns the movie rights to
X-Men.
X-Men, that kind of kneecap the actual X-Men comics. Like
Yeah.
there's a sort of an unspoken rule in Marvel, like, yo, don't do fire X-Men stories on the comic because these assholes are gonna take it and make movies out of it.
Oh, for real?
Yes.
That unspoken rule's there.
Yes, like don't do
Because
good-
what's the only good X-Men?
Oh, there was a couple of really
there's a
good
couple
ones.
of
No,
really good.
no,
Like,
no.
the really, really good.
Days
No,
of Future Past was
Days of
really
Future
good.
Past was the really good
Yeah,
one.
there's
Yeah.
the one before it. that
X-Men
was-
2 was a great one.
X-Men 2 was really
First
good.
Class
Yeah,
was a
but
great
no
one.
one had
First Class, exactly, that one.
the story writing.
Well, see, that's the
Days
thing.
of Future Past.
Days
was the
of
best
Future
one.
Past.
Exactly. For me, it was the
Days of Future
exactly.
Past and X-Men 2. both
Logan
of those.
Logan was a great one.
Logan was amazing.
Logan.
I love Logan.
And all of these were
Logan was an
inspired-
actual movie.
Yeah.
all of these were inspired by the actual comics.
Yes.
You know,
But again, like
Doctor Strange was good also.
The
which
first one.
The first one, I like the second one also.
Second one
was
was
the second or third one? Is it,
second one.
I like
Yes, 2 or 3.
Yeah.
The second one was a bit too the universe is jumping the universe.
Yeah,
that one,
I
yes.
liked that.
That was okay.
Yeah, I liked that because it was directed by Sam Raimi and he did Sam Raimi things.
Well,
He's the Evil Dead guy. So فجأة تلقى like jump cuts like horror movie faces and just like
Exactly.
animatronics
And that's what
like,
happened.
creature makeup.
That's what happened. Remember when he had his body?
Yeah, like that's
Yeah,
like
yeah,
that's
yeah.
a Sam Raimi thing.
Resurrected it.
which one was it? Which movie was it?
Multiverse of Madness.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that one.
Yeah, that was good.
That was a lot of things happening in that one. Listen, if I'm gonna have to really pick among the best of these, and I think the X-Men's, the Logan, yeah,
My
Logan was the best.
Logan,
yeah,
Days of
my
Future Past.
my main
these win.
my
Marvel don't have anything compared to Days of Future Past and Logan.
and my
Because those are deep, like you mentioned, it's like real deep movies with
Black
depth
Panther,
and-
though.
Black Panther
good.
Black
was
Panther was
really
good.
good, really
Yeah,
good.
it was
very
really good.
polished, super
but
polished
it was
movie.
still a Marvel movie.
yeah.
It is a Marvel.
But
it's-
did something
it's different
different.
to the-
But the way the direction of
My main
Logan
issue-
and Days
my-
of Future Past was really, really
My
good.
main issue with these movies is that they have a house style essentially. They have a dictate from the top is that they have to have a certain aesthetic.
Yeah, yeah,
They have to have
Just like Transformers.
Yeah, they have to have a certain aesthetic. Every 90 seconds can't pass without a joke. Like the script is so full of punch up. It's kind of infuriating. None of you can't be. Not all of you can be smart artists. Some of you has to. One of you has to be just the cold dumbest that doesn't have comebacks. But everybody has comebacks. Everybody has a sarcastic joke. Like, خلاص. Like take the movie seriously شوية.
No, but so that
Logan, that's why I
again,
loved Logan
Yeah.
so much.
Again,
Logan was super serious.
That's what killed like Love and Thunder for me. Like they wasted a really good villain.
Marvel. It was stupid.
Sure, and
bro.
again, that goes
Yeah.
back to how they changed up the characters. And the first couple of Thors, they were super serious. You didn't have that comedy aspect until they realized, oh shit, we're losing the character. The third one, it worked with Ragnarok, and
There was a
ended
there was a balance.
and they ended up keeping it. Now the problem, Anna, for me, I look at it differently a little bit, and maybe Spider-Man is the only one that kind of jumps this. But at a good house style, there's a certain format for the story. Very Joseph Campbell like story of a hero, and it doesn't really change from one movie to the other. You know, one man, one character ends up going through trial, tribulation. There's a love interest.
Yeah,
but at least with Logan, that gave me a different way of looking at the story completely.
Had
you know?
more depth to it.
And the way that you framed the story was completely different in terms of the setup of the hero and how it plays out. Days of Future Past had a storytelling gimmick, which is time travel, but Bordo was able to do it in different ways with a bigger cast of characters and a deeper political kind of context. You know?
But that's the thing. They managed to do it when the Avengers can't do it that way.
Because that's not what the Avengers is supposed to be about.
that's what I
It's
mean.
supposed to be like a fun movie that's all action and accessible.
You know
Keyword
how
here.
when you used to be a kid and you'd have all of your action figures and just throw them against each other. That was the Avengers.
Shuf, honestly, looking,
It's fun.
I think if you look back at the Avengers like Endgame and the other one that came out in a couple of years, or let's say 10 to 20 years, I don't think the movies are going to hold up.
No, because here's the thing about those, specifically the Avengers.
Maybe the first one will.
It was a series.
you'll
You're
enjoy
watching
it,
those movies as a series.
Exactly.
And that was the finale.
And you're
which is
watching
what-
it, and at the same time, it's giving you action.
Yeah. Those
Because remember,
yeah.
Endgame, they had action from the first half hour.
Yeah.
And then they calmed it down, then
that's
they came back with a little bit of action,
Yeah.
then they calmed it
Those-
down, they came back with the
those
big
That's what I'm
movies-
saying.
those
They're not going
movies
to hold up.
specifically-
مثلا
Yeah.
في movies, action movies that hold up
Yeah.
30, 40 years. Alien, you still watch it
Yeah,
because it's a great
those-
action movie. Terminator 2, you watch it because it's a great
Those-
action movie.
Terminator 2 is not about the action, it's about the story also.
Hey, بس فهمتش قصدي بس I
Yeah.
don't think
Those movies,
Avengers are gonna hold
those
up.
movies specifically, where you're talking about the Avengers movies, those are just a series of moments that are connected with a thin tissue of a story. Like I can see like them on the whiteboard and okay, what do we want to do for the final movie? Okay, we have to kill Iron Man. Spoilers.
It's been a couple of years.
Spoilers. but
It's been a
still,
couple of years.
We have to kill Iron Man. Okay, Captain America has to have Thor's hammer. We have to kill off this character, that
They
character.
ticked everything off the
and
fucking
like,
box.
okay, we have these. Okay, how can we arrange these moments? How can we connect them realistically?
Exactly.
Yeah.
It feels like so much by design. Like I don't feel like I can't tell that a writer wrote this. I can tell it's a committee wrote this.
But keep in mind,
You
they still
say that
have-
now because it's finished, because you saw the whole thing.
Yes.
But as watching it, you don't get that feeling.
Yeah, my lizard brain like, oh,
بس-
Iron Man.
Yes.
لا لا بس keep
He
in mind,
flies.
He fly.
if we're talking
He
about
do the snap.
Vroom, vroom.
if we're talking about the one thing maybe brother we're overlooking here and we should give them credit for is they actually built up a cinematic universe.
They did.
Yeah,
It actually was coherent in a
it's-
sense. Things
it's an
played into each
incredible
other.
It wasn't a gimmick.
You can watch it على قولتك انت الحين as a cohesive whole and actually enjoy it as a whole where it
Yeah,
plays to each other.
the Infinity Saga. But
Yes.
now they're just kind of like, I don't know, what do we do now?
Yeah, but now you still have, that's the good thing that when you look at the Marvel, let's say, universe, you still have a shitload of characters that you haven't even played into. I can only imagine how central you can play Fantastic Four into building up the universe
Yeah.
and how you can build up an entire cycle.
Fantastic Four.
you
they
can
just
build off.
ignored their existence.
لا لا ما أقول لك, you can build
Because
off-
they don't have the rights.
Yeah.
again.
They have like a custody sharing with Sony and like
مو
20th
هو
Century
هذا, if
Fox.
you're able to get the rest of your fucking characters back, get your X-Men back, get your Fantastic Four back, you can still build up
Yeah.
multiple cycles of generations.
That's why
of
they had to
characters.
change not the X-Men, the Avengers roster, because originally it was like Spider-Man, Wolverine.
That's kind of reason.
That's-
Avengers
that's
always
the-
changes. Avengers always changes. The
True,
movie,
but that's the core
movie-
one. And when I'm talking about Justice League, I'm talking about Superman,
you're-
Batman,
you're talking
Wonder
to-
Woman.
The first movie was the core
Yeah,
Avengers.
you're
We're talking about 1960s, right?
Yeah,
now,
nobody's.
Movies, yeah, Abu Shamsi, movies are targeted at Joe Schmo in the street. Like they're not targeted to you.
The hardcore fan.
Yeah.
Like, okay, this character, arm falls off lad,
but that-
arm falls off lad, which is actually
But that's what
an
he's
actual
saying.
character. His
Well,
arms,
yeah.
his power that his arms fall off. So these things are not in the calculation. Like what do the people know? They know Thor, they know Spider-Man, they know Wolverine. He does the claws things and khas.
But saying again, these characters have been played out. Now I'm talking about.
Yeah, and like how
All right, boys,
how
we're
successful.
We're going in circles here, by the way.
And I'm.
We're just going in circles.
Okay, you're coming back.
Best writing, Batman, Dark Knight. Next
Well, هنا-
Done.
هنا-
Best
True.
series, Batman. Nothing.
True.
Nothing beats that.
True. Nothing beat Batman.
Exactly.
Amen.
Have you watched the old classic Superman?
Yes.
Still-
Watching
still-
that
still-
hilarious.
Yeah.
Yeah.
that
It's a
doesn't beat
comedy
Batman.
show.
It's كده quaint. Quaint.
Thank you for picking up that foam rock.
It's it's the
I'm good,
70s.
bro. I'm good.
That movie is the 70s as a movie.
But if we're gonna pick the best piece of superhero,
So you have a
Nolan.
mic, by the way. You
if
can
we're
talk
gonna-
into
if
it.
we're picking the best piece of superhero media, what are we
Nolan.
picking? Nolan,
Actually,
Wait, superhero. Nolan.
superhero
No, no,
media, that includes TV shows.
no. I would say anything that is written by Alan Moore or Grant Morrison is a
لا, let's keep it to visual media. Something any
uh,
yeah. So TV movies.
See, this is Shamsi
not-
rotting the scope and then limiting it
Exactly.
until you find the thing that he wants.
Yeah, and then I'm thinking, I'm thinking of two different things: Batman the animated series,
Yes.
Yeah, that's a great
which
movie.
is a classic,
Amazing.
that's overlooked.
Still holds up.
Salaha.
Of course, still
Still
does.
hosts to this day.
And Legion, which I think a lot of people haven't watched yet.
Legion's really, really good.
Yeah,
is.
that's what I'm saying. A
It
lot of people have not.
The first two seasons.
Bruh, the whole thing.
The third
It's
one
only three.
Was
I got lost.
إيه بس أنا عرفت as a sequence
but they lost the plot.
of storytelling that
But
that is,
Batman the animated series,
It's a
that was
classic.
always great.
Yeah.
Amen.
And as a kid, I didn't really appreciate it until I became an adult.
Bro, I rewatched it a couple of years ago. It really held up, honestly. Like I had a really good time in like watching the whole thing.
Like I don't feel ashamed watching this.
And it's also connected. It's a storyline that you're going through.
Bro, they
It's not just a cartoon.
You only grew up with the English version. You didn't get the Arabic version,
No,
right?
no.
You didn't get tukutup.
yeah.
Dude, you gotta listen. No, you're gonna have to listen to
didn't
the
get-
theme song.
You get
Best theme song.
شو اسمه was the صوت دمع وسط المدينة
قسم النداء المناجين.
تلك إشارة باتمان باتمان
Yeah, both of y'all have YouTube. Send me
Yo.
the link and I'll play it
Yo,
here.
it is
معلك
hilarious.
بيوصلك
You never got it? Hold up.
Jake.
Hold up. I'll
Also, shout out to Doom Patrol.
Doom Patrol is apparently
If you
good.
guys haven't watched it, yet.
I heard it's quite good.
Daredevil was really good.
Daredevil is yes,
Haram.
I give it.
I still
and
love
Punisher,
Daredevil.
And Shuf, Daredevil.
No, Punisher lost in the last season.
For me, Daredevil has the benefit of having one of the best villains I've seen on TV, which is fucking Kingpin. I love Kingpin's character.
I would actually also put my hat in the ring for the first Arkham Asylum game.
Okay.
Yeah, that was a good one.
That was a good game.
That's
was a
a
really
very
good
good game.
You know what I actually watched back in the day?
What?
Smallville. I watched the
Relax.
entirety of
Hold on.
Smallville.
The reason that we all love this game is because it gives us a different look at Batman.
Yeah.
It was like Batman in a free world.
The first one was more constrained. The second one is a free world.
Yeah, but same idea.
Yeah, you felt like Batman.
Yeah, exactly. It took you out of the whole 2D into the whole, oh
Yeah.
my God, look, I'm going everywhere.
This is
Yeah,
what
yeah.
Batman is like.
Yeah.
I felt like Batman. It was.
But in terms of gaming, Spider-Man is still the best.
the PS5, the
Yeah.
PS4 Spider-Man, it's amazing.
Even PS5.
No.
In
Dude.
terms of gameplay.
Dude, as Batman, when you just like shot out of the Batmobile, just start gliding.
Yeah.
You dive down, start punching motherfuckers. And-
Yeah.
Dude,
But still, in terms of
you
gameplay,
felt like you are the knight.
yes, but in terms of gameplay in Spider-Man, it give you more options and techniques in order for you to attack.
the Spider-Man game had a fast travel system. I never used it. I just
Yeah.
swung everywhere.
Exactly.
Fun fact: it's a beautiful fast travel system.
Yeah,
Have you
you,
ever tried
you go
it?
to the subway. Yes,
Yeah,
I know.
Beautiful model. But no gameplay. I mean, Batman. I think they started this whole like attack, counter, dodge.
Yes.
Mechanic, which is used in almost every action game nowadays.
Yeah, we're missing a really. Yeah, there's a couple of superheroes we're missing. We're missing a really good X-Men game. Like imagine an open world X-Men game where you have like a party of X-Men.
Remember, I showed you
They tried that. They
YouTube
tried
clip
that
of
in a
that
couple
guy
games.
who took what's his name, Unreal Engine, and did a Superman.
Yeah.
That one was really
Imagine
good.
you have a Superman game.
Exactly,
It's really
it's
good.
similar to Spider-Man.
Superman يا أخي ما توفق.
I can't imagine
The
Superman.
storyline's not that great, bro.
No, there are like really good storylines. Like I was going to use that as my choice of best superhero media. Like All-Star Superman is like, why is Superman relevant? Why does Superman matter? Read this.
I agree.
It is one of,
best
like-
superheroes.
It is
It was one of the
Superman
best
stories.
superhero stories. Like it is like a thesis statement, and why does Superman in particular matter?
Exactly, but does it translate? That's what I'm talking about. Does it
No.
translate into a game or into a movie?
No,
No.
because
This is my problem. That's why there's nothing they can bring for Superman.
because
that would get us
as
all
a
in-
movie, it would be too fantastical. It's too episodic. It
Yeah.
can't be a movie. As a TV show, it would be too expensive, and like you
as a
can't really
game,
make it into a video
it's
game.
too
No, but
philosophical.
Superman as a video game character, you can't.
Because you can't lose.
Exactly.
Yeah.
He's Superman already. What kind of struggles are you gonna give?
The
him?
only way we can
beat his ass in the night.
the only way you can make it work is if he goes off to
We
space.
call that jumping.
Yes.
He goes off into space into some
high school
brainiac
activities.
world or
Anyway.
some shit, you know.
Well, it's still gonna be a boring game. It's very difficult to.
Bro, I
to
remember the
make.
Nintendo.
Lex Luthor's still gonna be rich.
I remember the Nintendo 64 game. I actually
Oh.
bought that one.
Oh, that's,
It's on record for being
It
one
is
of
awful.
the worst games of all time.
It is.
I am an owner. Very proud of
Do
it.
you still have it?
Yep.
why?
Because I keep all my video games.
You do?
Yes.
Okay. You have a collection. then
Yes.
that is worth a lot,
Do I?
and we can have
Monetize
fun
it.
with it.
Okay.
Either monetize or actually play the game.
Let's.
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 I don't know what let's is, but let's.
Let's play the game.
That was
Let's monetize.
that was Tasleek Shamsi.
Yes.
بقوة.
That was
Let's.
good luck.
This is Shamsi thinking, where the fuck is the game? I need to look for it.
This was I wish you all the best. Is this it?
Yes.
Come on.
Come
on.
what? Come on, what? So this is the intro song?
This is the theme song, yeah.
This is so awful.
Dude, it is nostalgia.
This is hard, bro.
Screw طاش مطاش.
This is not hard.
This is nostalgia.
Do you not feel the 90, Badul?
You didn't get to Derbeka solo yet.
Yes,
What are
you
you
have
talking
to.
about?
Hold on, this is saying Batman.
Come on. The English version, he had the very sinister, dark,
John Williams, basically.
John Williams type.
Can I listen to this, you pieces of shit?
What, the lyrics? Nobody cares about the lyrics.
The only thing that matters is
This is really dumb.
Mr. Becca's coming.
Wait.
Again.
Where's your Darbaka? Yeah.
Hold on الحين أول ما يخلص هذا.
Mr. Becca's approaching.
Come on. Come on.
exactly.
This slaps. This slaps.
This is all kinds of trash.
Ooh.
This is all kinds.
This is the important part.
It's the best that we got.
Yes.
Come on.
Yo, this is trash,
This is called speaking over cultures.
Yo.
No, this is like they got a
Egypt.
no,
They went to Egypt.
no, they got a wedding singer from Jordan اللي تعال تعال حل راتبك.
Yeah. خلينا نشتغل معك شوي.
So on to other things.
Don't try عادي. There's no saving this
We've been here for
podcast.
half an hour on Marvel.
Do segue.
Anyway, I wasn't inspired, by the way. Anyway.
Well, I'm surprised about doing the epitome of human creativity. Did not
Epitome.
inspire me.
Epitome.
Epitome.
Don't say words.
See, I just
Yes.
gave you a reason to segue.
Well, anyway, no, you didn't give me no reason.
No.
No, yeah, I'm gonna take credit for something, no matter what it is.
وين راح الديم اللي هنا؟
Anyway, in 2021, the national women's Saudi football team was established.
Yes.
Inaugurated.
Yes, in 2022, they won their first international match. And in 2023, they entered the FIFA ranking for the first time.
Yay.
Yes, a historic moment for women's football in Saudi
It's
Arabia.
called very
Dope.
quick progress.
Yes.
Growth, support, and ambition.
And shout out to, well, can't say that, but entitled, you know what it is. Entitled's family. Fittitin, يعني. I think they have the female Ronaldo. Oh, pressure. Adding more pressure.
None whatsoever.
Yeah, we're actually very proud of this, man. Women's sports have been growing the last like 3-4 years.
Yeah.
Yeah, and now having a national team. Last year, if I remember correctly, one team won by a mile, son.
It's like 27-0.
Something like that. The number was big, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, we need to look back into that. Anyway, congrats to the Saudi women's national team.
Congrats.
Indeed.
Congrats.
You deserve to be ranked. And next thing is the World Cup.
Inshallah.
Listen, the World Cup. ما في إلا أمريكا UK. That's it. Nobody else.
Canada.
Everybody's.
فوز الأرجنتين وضعنا سليم الحمد لله. Don't worry about it.
I remember the US had the most powerful national team.
Brazil. They used to have a really good team back.
Brazil still has a good team.
Martina.
Yeah, Martina.
Yeah.
So like you have like 3-4 teams ahead of you, like that you can actually take. Enough time.
Yeah.
Enough time to support you will get there.
مقدور عليها.
Yeah. The men sports and they have no chance of getting that. Yeah, the World Cup is gonna be a minute. But you guys can get the World Cup.
واحنا فايزين ابطال العالم يا بعدول.
ايه طقطقه بس كده خفاف. احنا we just come to just hang out.
وش ابطال العالم؟
Got there to prove a point.
بس نوريكم we could if we want to.
Yes.
لو
Okay, but we don't want
But
to.
we choose not to. Not الفصل
Yes.
لنا.
بس bring me the best. I play one game.
One game.
I win.
عندي أشغال واجد والله في البيت لازم أرجع.
But yeah, that was it. Now there's something that came out a couple days ago. Well, I want to take your take on this. And also number one for no reason.
Of course.
Intriguing.
The White House says crypto assets do not offer any fundamental value, nor do they act as an effective alternative to fiat money.
I agree because I lost money.
What was the first part? No fundamental value.
Yeah, no fundamental value.
It's fake money.
Or offer any not none, any
Yes.
fundamental value.
Any fundamental-
Nor do
Yes.
they act as an effective alternative to fiat money.
I agree.
Listen,
I
the-
agree with the second part.
the
They
f-
do
the
not
Fed-
act as an
the-
active
yeah, the
alternative. The
Fed-
first one is depending on who you're talking to.
The Fed said basically, listen,
And that's
this
not-
is
I'll get back to you now. Let me finish.
the Fed said, listen, basically this is fake money. We already have fake money that we trust.
Exactly. Why should we trust your fake money for?
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yes.
So it's them basically saying we have the monopoly on things that people trust and value, which are
Yes.
created out of nothing.
Listen-
Nobody else should have
Listeners,
this.
of course.
Yeah.
Listeners,
Nobody
let-
else should have the right to do this.
Do you know why? Because we watched how crypto just crashed when people start pulling out the money.
Yes.
So imagine you are a government that's running something. All of a sudden, everyone pulls your money out. That'd be an easy way to destroy governments.
That's called the Wall Street crash of 1929.
Is it-
No, we're not talking
who's-
about Wall Street.
Yeah.
Who is the head of state? I think like what, Argentina or something. That is, he's like literally buying the dip as the president of the country.
Was it? No, it wasn't Argentina.
El Salvador.
Venezuela, was it?
El Salvador, Venezuela.
Wait, are we
No,
talking
it's not Venezuela. I think it's El Salvador. That they have the crypto beach
Or
thing.
Costa Rica
Yeah,
or
yeah.
something like that.
No. It was something with it could be El Salvador.
Like literally, like the president is like tweeting like,
yeah,
yo,
the whole thing is
Nicaragua.
into
It was
Ni-
Nicaragua.
No, that wasn't it. I'll find it.
the
But
president.
it was in Venezuela. I don't think it was.
Yeah,
Venezuela.
that's
the
Nicaragua.
president of the country is tweeting like, I'm gonna buy the dip. You can't stop me. Citizens.
And he bought the dip.
With like state money?
Yes, El Salvador became the first country in the world to use Bitcoin as a legal tender.
El Salvador.
Yeah, it was El Salvador.
Yeah. We see again, we go back to the idea of the US trying to maintain the dollar hegemony over the world. And
اشتغل لك.
no, this is what it is. At the
No,
end of the day.
it's not what it is. Until you're coming with something that's not, it's not even moving things forward or moving things back. It's just there.
There.
It doesn't do anything proper. And it can be manipulated real easy.
Yes,
So of
listen-
course you want to say this is not something with
بختصر
value.
لكم يا listeners. 70% down is listen number one.
Shamsi, would you like to join in on this?
I go back to my main point.
yes, 100%.
Yes, which is
Not even like
first-
110. I owe money now.
the first point.
But I still believe in it.
the first point, which is this, it has no value,
Fundamental value.
no fundamental value. I disagree with that. Otherwise, you wouldn't have had a crypto industry in the first place. You wouldn't have had.
Do you
all
have a
these-
crypto industry now?
Now you don't as much as you did before. but
Okay,
I'm
tell
talking-
me when
I'm
is-
talking about for a large, not for a large, but for a certain period of time.
Hey,
No,
what?
for a certain
Hey,
period.
watch yourself.
No, for a certain period of
Yeah,
time,
6 months.
okay, you had a very large number of people who were actively working in this space to create something. Now, I'm not telling you that these people knew what they were doing.
The
but
term-
a large number, a large percentage of those people got duped and they lost their
The
money.
term,
Yes,
the
true.
term you're looking for is grifter.
A small number of people are actually trying to work on creating products that are
Yes,
useful.
and
Yes,
that other
that's still
term is
going
called
on.
sucker.
Okay. Yes, and that's still going on. But nonetheless, we are talking about a new field, which is less than 20 years old.
All right, how many
Almost
people do you
barely
know?
15 years old.
How many people do you know that got scammed out of Bitcoin?
Not that many, actually.
How many Bitcoin scams have you heard about?
Oh, a lot. yeah.
How many other scams have you heard about with the same capacity? Where people are losing millions.
Field and scams? No, there's nothing that compares.
There's
Luna
little
comes to
scams
mind.
left and right,
Yeah.
but that many people getting into a field and robbing the people that put the money in, and there's no law protecting anybody.
Yes.
Bruh.
As Sam Bankman-Fried comes to mind.
A whole lot of examples
FTX.
come to mind.
FTX, like the whole FTX thing, like these people are just like, yo, we can
But
lie.
nonetheless,
What
does
happened
that-
to the
does-
FTX
does not
It's still in court.
Yeah, but does that not mean that you still have people and countries going after digital currencies? No, it's still going to happen.
عشان ألخص لك إياها يا Turk.
It's the technology.
Yeah, the whole FTX
End of
thing
the
when
day.
when it
No,
came
it's
to
not.
light.
Not to people, not to regular citizens.
Not to
Yeah.
regular citizens,
Yes.
no. To institutions, to governments, yes, being able to monitor
Yeah.
the flow of funds. And there are benefits to all of that.
There are ways that you can do it today.
Yes, and I'm saying there are things that people will take advantage of. This is the crypto utopia that people thought of is going to come to life. Probably not.
Let's be honest. All the governments that want to leave fiat money to go to crypto is because they have some sort of problem with finance in
Yes.
their own country,
Yes.
and they're looking for a quick, easy way out. They're looking for that unicorn that give them the exit. Not even the tide. They're looking for that thing that they give them an exit for them to save themselves and save the country. without owing anybody money.
Because I don't want to be part of the international financial system.
No, because if I'm part of the international financial system, means that I take money from the IMF. I need to bring it back.
Exactly.
I don't want to bring money back. I want to make money.
Yes. I want to create money. Why you create money? I also want to
So
create money.
everyone that looks into crypto, they're looking at it in a negative way. They're trying to see what they can capitalize out of it. And other people are using crypto as a stock. They're just trying to make money off of it as it goes up and goes down.
True.
So
That's the vast majority
how
of
many people in the whole space of crypto have good intentions of making it something worth of value that can function? 0.2%.
ما ندخل في نوايا الناس يا بعد. نوايا الناس.
احنا في رمضان.
ندخل فيها يا
احنا في
بعد.
رمضان.
احنا نشوف ونقول حسبي الله. هذا اللي نقول.
اليابان ما عندنا مشاكل. بس كريبتو
اليابان هذول شعب يعني قديم وعندهم عاداتهم وتقاليدهم. نحترمها يعني بس إنه
this is called the crypto exit, ladies and gentlemen.
بس نوايا الناس بعدون لو سمحت أرجوك.
تكفى. يا أخي.
And that's called مخرج واحد يا جماعة.
Anyway, I think it's very well proven that it's trash. And it's not going to go anywhere.
We'll
And
see.
everybody got scammed. We'll see.
We'll see.
How many years have y'all been saying we'll see? We just saw y'all scam the hell
ما
out of the
عليك
whole world.
طلعت الجبل مرة ثانية يا أبو عدول في طلعت الجبل
أنا
مرة
I
ثالثة.
saw a little bump.
تعرف شو الحلوة طلعت الجبل مرة الثالثة؟
أيوة.
تصير تطيح الثالثة أكبر بكثير
بالضبط.
عرفت؟
إلى الموت.
إلى هذه this is why it's called fun.
70% lost, listeners and gentlemen. 70%.
Listeners and gentlemen.
Yes.
Well, anyway, before we bounce, Beyoncé and Adidas announced a split up.
Parting
no.
ways.
Yes, they're parting ways. Creative differences.
Subhanallah, we talked about
Creative,
this a while ago,
creative
didn't we?
differences as code for like we can't stand each other.
No,
Exactly.
it's code for we didn't sell.
Basically.
Yeah, that's what it's code for.
Sorry, Ivy. You didn't
Yeah.
make it this time.
You
But
ain't
I mean,
easy.
the colors are
But then again,
fire though.
I'm with you. The
Nobody
colors
is.
are fire, but people don't care about Ivy Park for some reason.
I'm not gonna wear like a camo coat. I'm sorry. I need
You.
something-
You.
Yeah, but like
But everyone else will, to be honest.
a full length. What do you call? What
Yeah,
was
but
it? A
I mean,
wool.
I'm surprised. Yeah.
Camel
Beyonce,
coat?
Beyonce
You didn't see
is-
that one episode of Seinfeld where Kramer tried to rock the coat?
Beyonce is a huge draw, and that's a surprise for me. I mean, the fact that if Beyonce can't sell, then who the hell can? You know?
I have no idea. But it's very obvious that not everything is going to work.
Not just because you're a big name doesn't mean
I
you're
don't
going
know.
to make
We
your
discussed
money.
it before. She wasn't doing enough to push the brand forward. You just having your name on a brand doesn't mean it's going to work.
That's what I'm saying.
Even if it's Adidas. Because we've seen so many people collaborate with Nike and Adidas and never took off. It's just there. Shitload of basketball players have their own sneaker from Jordan or from Nike.
ما عليك, don't
No
you
one
have a
cares.
Kyrie Irving عدول؟
Curry is not under Nike or anything.
شعور الحين because things.
Because anti-Semitism?
Yeah.
Oh, Kyrie.
Yeah.
Yeah. Come on, Kyrie doesn't give a shit about that.
Yeah.
Anyway, I wish she can recover.
They're gonna go, bro. This is it's gonna be a huge hit to her finances.
Yes, I know. Beyonce, I hope you can come back out of this.
Hope we can take care of Ivy.
Yes. Oh no, you just lost 0.00001%.
Oh no.
If this is anything that says they're going back to Kanye sooner or later.
Kanye is coming back to
Yeah,
Adidas.
sooner.
I'm saying,
Sooner.
I called it.
I go like
and it's
sooner.
gonna happen.
It's gonna happen. ما عليك يا بعدول. He likes Jonah Hill now.
He saved him.
Yeah, so Jonah Hill
Let's
saved
not do
him,
this.
you know?
Let's not do this. Shout out to Kanye. Please come back, Kanye.
The power of art.
You know,
ladies and
I
gentlemen.
still haven't heard Donda 2.
Because it didn't come out.
Didn't he release it on his stem cell?
No.
Or so?
Stem cell. Stem player. On his stem cell.
I don't know, bro.
Yes.
Just googling like this.
But I'm telling
Kanye
you,
stem cells for
Kanye
sale.
Everybody's angry until there's a snippet of Kanye going,
Bro.
and then everyone's like, yo, with the auto-tune, we're in. We're back, yeah.
Remember that leak you played me? Still playing that leak.
I told you.
Every 2 days,
It's a
bro.
great fucking
I'm playing that leak, bro. It's a leak that has more than 1 million views. We're not going to tell you which leak it is because
Yes.
YouTube. But it's a leak that has. Look for the leak that has more than 1 million views.
Actually,
Yeah, it's you're only as cancelled.
No,
as your
no,
next
no, no,
project.
no, no. خلينا نسمعهم بعدها.
امسح that's not it.
Yeah.
actually, I was replying to someone.
ما أدري فجأة
I was talking to
مشغل
Galek.
أغنية. Okay.
Anyway.
So did you watch the new Tosh?
No. The scripts are out. He's like, hey, so.
Ooh.
I was like, okay.
His Galaxy senses are tingling.
Yes, it's Galek.
And
Anyway,
on that note,
shout out to our tens and tens of listeners. Shout out to tens of viewers. Thank you for joining us. We appreciate every single one of you. First day of coming back podcasting in Ramadan. We apologize.
Don't.
We really
we
do.
gave you really great subjects, guys.
Give me like a half
apologize.
an hour of Marvel arguing for no reason.
ما عليك بنجيكم الأسبوع الجاي comics.
Ramadan has always been slow. So, expect more Adil inspirations. Next, racism. Adil takes on racism.
Wow.
On the final episode of Past the Kabsa.
Exactly. Anyway, we appreciate you. We out?
Yeah.
We out.
Peace.
Peace.